If you purchase business insurance, whether it's general liability, workers' compensation, a business owner's policy, you should prepare for an audit at the end of the policy year. People often don't understand why insurance companies are auditing their business at the end of a policy term. Let's just talk about general liability. When you start your general liability policy, you're providing your insurance professional estimates at the beginning of the policy term. Estimated gross sales, estimated gross payrolls, subcontractor or independent contractor costs. You don't know your true numbers, and the insurance company doesn't know those true numbers until the end of the policy term at the time of the final audit. Based on that, your insurance company needs to properly charge you for the premium associated with actual exposures. General liability covers a business for liability such as bodily injury and property damage arising out of the business's premise, operations, products, and completed operations. Lots of those exposures are not known until an insurance company performs an audit. So that's why it's so important that when you go into your policy year, you're projecting and estimating as close as possible that you're going to get those true numbers or those true exposures accurate so that you don't have a big audit at the end of the policy term. Now let's talk about your workers' compensation. The premium is based on payrolls in the class code that is assigned to your policy. Many different class codes exist. I'm not going to go into all those. You have a 4-digit class code assigned to your policy. Your payroll is projected in each of those class codes. When you start your policy, you're estimating based on how much payroll you think is going to fall within each of those class codes. Now, work comp is a little different than general liability because work comp carriers do allow, in some cases, actual payroll reports for each payroll period. And you're going to pay your premium based on those actuals. But even then, you still have to estimate at the beginning of your term, which is going to dictate how much your deposit is, how much your taxes are, or how much your fees are associated with that policy. Then at the end of the year, the insurance company is going to want to come in, look over your books, and make sure that you had the proper payroll either estimated or reported during the policy term. Something else to keep in mind about workers' compensation is if you're on a reporting policy, people sometimes mistake and put their payroll into wrong classifications. A carrier has to come in and they have to sometimes adjust where the payroll landed and how much premium was paid based on the actual work performed by that employee. Very important that the insurance companies get this information correct. Now also keep in mind the coverage that they're providing you doesn't end when your policy ends. Claims could still be submitted on prior policies even after the policy ends. In some cases, depending on the industry, it could be years down the road. Now when it comes to business owner policies and commercial package policies, the general liability basis on those policies could be a little bit different than general liability on a standalone basis. It could be based on your square footage, the area that you're working in. Business owner policies and commercial package policies have more than one line. So it could be general liability, it could be commercial property on there also. Employment practices liability insurance, cyber liability. The carrier is going to need to audit different parts of your business. So for example, on the EPLI portion, it could be based on the number of employees. Same with the higher to non-owned auto portion, based on the number of employees. That employee count can change throughout the year. So what you estimated at the beginning of your term could be different than at the end of the term. Really important for insurance companies to audit, keeps the marketplace sound, keeps them collecting the right premium for the exposures, and make sure that rates are passed through to every business owner properly. If you have any more questions about audits, you know how to reach us. If you're a client of our agency, you know that we provide support for audits. Feel free to reach out to your broker team, account managers, or CSRs. If you like my videos and you find them helpful, please remember to subscribe. Click that little notification bell so that you're aware of any future videos. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.